Welcome to Columbus, Ohio, and the venerable Horseshoe, home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, a place that's home to such legendary names as Archie, Woody, Zeke, and Stroud. We've got a top 25 showdown in this one, both teams with an opportunity to get a statement victory. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the fourth-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He's able to work his way on the return up to the 23 before he steps out of bounds. The offense lining up for a first down play. Hand off from the shotgun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You see all this movement in football now. All the stemming, the defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this one.
They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. The run from the shotgun. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. Looking to throw, it's Howard. He's going to take off. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down.
Second and short is a great situation to be in. And look at him. He drops back to pass the football. He doesn't have to throw the football. He wants to be aggressive, but he can just take off and scramble. Doesn't have to take a chance. Great being ahead of the sticks.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and force a tackle for a loss.
With the catch, it's Ibuka. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Listen, nice completion, short gain. Now you get to third down. Third down's more manageable. But guess what? If I don't get it on third down, I still got that fourth down in my pocket. Nowadays, analytics, we're going for it anyways.
Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Got it in the middle, it's Ibuka. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. The Buckeyes have it with a first and 10. He wants to throw. Trying to get to him. At the 20, he's got space. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact.
Man, it's so nice to have a weapon like this at quarterback. It dictates coverage. You want to play man-to-man? Everybody turns their back. Watch him pick him up, put him down, chew up yards, getting a big play down the field.
With the run on first and goal. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
Dropping back, it's Howard. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
And that is what a team of this caliber is expected to do, right? They've got the better number beside their name by all the metrics, by a talent standpoint, coaching standpoint. They're the superior team, and they just drove the ball in the first possession of the game, and they looked like it, scoring that touchdown and asserting their dominance. And
he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Offense set on first down. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Grabbed behind the line. It's Miller. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. He'll fire to his right.
Oh my God, get
and
the
they
fuck out
wanted
my
it all
way.
on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down. It is a valuable tool to have a quarterback that can extend a play like that. But sometimes you're smart to be check down Charlie and just take something easy and not invite disaster.
Because when you roll out, you're rolling out, you're cutting the field in half, right? The defense starts to run from one side to where you're rolling out to. The field kind of shrinks and it kind of becomes a little bit of backyard ball. And you could tell he forced that one in there. Didn't get the interception, thank goodness, but it wasn't a great decision.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Back to throw, it's Milroe. Fires to the wideout. And incomplete on the deep ball. It would have been a high-level play, but it's a play this quarterback expects to be able to make when he has a guy open.
And these quarterbacks start practicing and doing 7-on-7 and having quarterback coaches when they're like 7 years old, 8, 9 years old now. So even when they don't have wide open wide receivers, you still expect them to put that ball in there and make it happen.
Oh, a big decision here early as they leave the offense on the field in their own territory. They want to keep this opening drive alive. Complete downfield. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. Looking to move it through the air. Got it set up on the outside. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. He's looking to throw. He's going for a big play downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. He wants to throw it again. Getting some heat. Bought a little time, lets it go. That's caught. It's Miller. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. He just lost track of where he was on the field. Entire body past the line of scrimmage. Illegal forward pass, and they will back him up. This offense has already converted once on fourth down. Can they do it again? He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Now he's looking into the middle. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
That is just a play you've got to be able to come up with. They don't get bigger than that. Fourth down, you've got to make the catch. Whether it's a perfect throw or whether it's off of your body, you're good enough and you're athletic enough to haul that play in. You've got to make the play for your quarterback and your offense to keep that drive alive. He's not able to come up with it.
And here comes the offense on second down. The back goes in motion. To the air, it's Howard. Swings it out to his running back. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. A first down for the offense. He's going to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Ibuka. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. The Buckeyes racing to the line in a hurry-up. To the air on first down. Spits it out to the back. Got a man. It's Henderson. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throwing catch. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Feeling some heat. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. On second down, wants to throw. Headed to the end zone. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got him first and goal.
We talk a lot about this at quarterback, right? Hard focus downfield, soft focus around you. He wanted to throw that downfield. He just felt the pressure, and he knew he had to get out of danger. He was able to do that, use his speed, go get north up the field for a first down.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Yes, sir.
That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Onto the field. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fella on the sidelines, being like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
Now on first down from the 28. To the air, it's Milroe. They're bringing heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Right on target this time. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Nice job by the QB and receiver on this play in a 2-minute situation, knowing to work the boundary, get the first down, and get the ball out of bounds. Great situational awareness.
He's looking to throw it. Got it in the middle. It's Bernard. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. They'll throw it on first down. He's moving out of the pocket. Throw to the end zone, picked off. He gets the pick, but not the pick six, as they're able to run him out of bounds and limit the damage to wrap up the half. The Buckeyes will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Here comes that Alabama offense. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football ball out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And he's got it inside the 30-yard line. A huge play there as he has it inside the 20 at the 19.
I love when you back the defense off of you. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
And he fires over the middle. It's incomplete. Now on second down. Looking for a man. It's Milrow. Sweet feet on the move. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Quarterback run is part of their game plan. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
I'm not sure what the quarterback saw on that one, but that was a very quick decision to take off and run with it to try to get his offense some positive yards.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the run. Into the house. Touchdown, Alabama!
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
They're going to run it. He's in there for the two-point conversion, and now they're just down 6. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays, and it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. He's going to get loose. He will score. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
Coming after him. He's got the two-point conversion, and they build on that lead. They're lining up to kick it off, full of momentum after housing that last kickoff. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Tide offense rolls onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Looking downfield, it's Milroe. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down. They want to get this defense on its heels. He's going to pass on second down. Shoots it to the left. He's got him wide open. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Every good quarterback is first a game manager. At Alabama, that used to be sort of a label of derision, but now they're not only that, they're playmakers.
Yeah, and it's what they used to ask them to do. Like they were very comfortable handing the ball off, running the ball, controlling the clock, you know, trying to keep your defense fresh. Nah, bro. If you can't score points now, if you can't get first downs and go get me touchdowns, you're not going to be on the field.
Off the RPO, complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
I really like the slot receiver, and I understand he's not the biggest guy in the world, but he just runs really good routes, and he's always under control. He can run option routes. He can run double moves. He does a great job cutting, and he's dangerous after the catch. Nice weapon to have work in the middle of the field.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Dances away from the heat. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. That's the way you get things going. A huge play, and now attacking from just inside the red zone. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Last play didn't go well. It leaves him with 2nd and 11. Back to throw. It's Milroe. But now he's swallowed up, and he'll be knocked down for a loss on the trick play. Alabama quickly back to the line. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the pass. Complete out of the backfield. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. They get in the backfield and make the play, and that's how they'll finish off this 3rd period.
The end of the 3rd quarter. Ohio State 22, Alabama 8.
They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. They'll run the option. Quick toss. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown time. Oh, Uncle Mo has changed sidelines.
Look out, brother. Here's what happens, right? Something happens, get you close in the ball game. The defense needs to come out here, get a stop, get that ball back to the offense. Oh, Uncle Mo on your side.
And he added the extra point. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Crosses to 40. Got a lot of running room. The 30. At the 20. Touchdown, Ohio State. Once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
This offense is so explosive, they can change the scoreboard in a flash. You just saw that on that drive.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. They're lining up to boot it away. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes that Alabama offense. Looking to throw, it's Milroe. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Well, the defense didn't get caught napping there. In this situation, you know they have to stay alert for the deep ball.
Yeah, so what defense am I going to call? I'm going to keep some DBs back deep. I'm going to keep my safety a little bit deeper, understanding they're down. They're going to have to attack down the field. I'm going to stick to my passing sets, my nickels, my dimes.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it in.
3rd and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. From the gun, wants to pass. Going to throw it over the top of the D. Reels it in down the left side. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the 3rd down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
And they won't make the connection going for the big play. Ball still at the 45 after the incompletion. They'll snap it 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Back to the air one more time. Throws to the tight end. He makes the catch. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Fires toward the end zone. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
Yeah, and that's step 1. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
So it's an 80-yard drive. And they closed it going up top for the final few inches in the score. They got one of the touchdowns they needed, and they'll try to get the ball back right now with the onside kick. They're on it. They recover the onside kick, and they get it right back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. At the 35, he's open. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. They'll ride the hot hand. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And they'll try to tack on 2. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Worked on the touchdown. Might as well do the same thing on the 2-point conversion. He gets all 8 points on that trip. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Looking to go up top on first down. Fires to the middle. Oh, what a grab by the defense. And he's going to take it all the way back. Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, where titles are won, legends are made, and fields are named after them. Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium, home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Buckeyes will kick it away first. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Line gets set, first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Miller. Makes the catch and knocked down.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
From the shotgun, the inside give. They finally make the stop at the big run. Is plenty to move those sticks for the first down. If you're going to play Bama tough, you're going to find out really early if you can handle the running game.
They're going to check your chin. I mean, they're going to come in and they're going to give you a steady diet of it. Even when they've had great quarterback play and spread the ball out, it's still a physical principle. They're going to make you stop the run. If you can't stop it, it can be a long game.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
You don't see that very often. You don't see the big tight ends with the soft mitts and the big, huge hands and the nice, sticky gloves. You don't see them drop many of those balls that hit them right there in the hands. That was a missed opportunity by the tight end right there.
Fires on the move. Wide open downfield. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. Miller with the ball. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
To the air, it's Milroe. Now adjusting. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Brought down at the 7 after picking up 3. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity.
What's up?
He's looking to throw.
Oh, I ain't seen that route before.
You know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10-15 plays. And
was that just a curl? I didn't see what it was.
9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly.
Yeah, I haven't seen that before. He got my corner. He was right there, too. That was decent.
After that touchdown drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. On 1st down, here comes this offense. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Pulls it in. It's Judkins. At the 45 on his way. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. Wants to throw on 1st down. That was an eyelash away from being picked off, and that is not the way to set the tone with a near pick on your opening drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Howard. Quickly out to the tight end. They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give them a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Moving away from pressure. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
Nice job by the QB. Sit back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love this slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Got it. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. And the Buckeyes have it with a 1st and goal. Wants to go up top. Going for 6. He stares it in the end zone.
If we play some fucking defense, we might look like an actual football team, huh? How about that, fellas? Play some actual defense this drive, huh?
A wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns.
That last drive.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great.
What the fuck?
Point is blocked. Now he can return this.
Why did he get that slow? I've never get that slow before. Man, what the fuck is going on? What the fuck? Did y'all see that shit?
The kickoff team out there
just
set to
dropped
boot
my
it
fucking
away.
field goal, dude. That has never happened before.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes that Alabama offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
You open a drive like that, and you've got some operating room. It's 1st down from the 38. From the gun, the ground game. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
Listen, I know that's not a huge game, but those run plays add up. They make you tackle the back every single play. Physically, you have to get some guy on the ground. It takes its toll throughout a 4-quarter game.
Direct snap.
Saw that. Thank you. see what the fuck I'm talking about?
You know, these running backs
Jeez,
have to keep 5 points of
what
pressure on the
the
ball, especially
fuck?
against this defense that prides themselves on creating takeaways. And the offense, real lucky they jumped on that one.
Looking to pass. It's Milrow. Pocket starts to collapse. And the defense is there to stop him short of the first down.
Well, and you can tell the QB, he drops back and he wants to throw the football. He wants to push it downfield, try to get the first down. Couldn't do it. Nobody was open, couldn't find anybody, took off to scramble. Great job by the defense reacting to it, getting him on the ground, stopping him short of the first down.
Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Was looking for more running room and found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They took it down the field for a touchdown the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to take the lead in this football game.
So they got to be feeling it.
Brings it down on the right side. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. They came out hot on this drive. One play and already near midfield. They'll throw it on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Scott. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. The Buckeyes moving quickly to the line. Give to the back. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Tried to pound it on first down. Now back to the line. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. That's reeled in. It's Judkins. Runs through a tackle. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down. Well, they were counting on winning the one-on-one battle. They got the completion, but the yardage didn't work out.
Yeah, and a lot of times, man, that's what I do in short yardage situation. 3rd and short, make my guy fall forward for a couple.
Pass on the way. It's picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Alabama!
Man, that could not have gone any worse. You're thinking 4th down, go for it. Well, even if you don't get it, you turn the ball back to their offense. Not that. You throw a pick, and they turn it back all the way for a touchdown and get points. That is a disaster for this offense.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
You've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Connor, but I'm trying to put some points up.
And that pass intercepted. Got room on the return. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown Tide! Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome as a defense. You study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the play and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
This is ultra aggressive. Still in the first half, got the lead and going for the onside kick.
We're only in the first half, and I don't think anybody had onside kick in the second quarter on their bingo card. They were trying to catch the opponent off guard, but it didn't work. Now let's find out what this offense could do. You have got to make them pay for gambling.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Back to pass, it's Howard. Fires left. A beautifully placed ball to the outside, and the toe drag for the big pickup.
the play caller, you feel confident throwing this out to the perimeter against zone coverage when you have that kind of timing and chemistry. This quarterback and receiver, you saw it on that one.
Going up top on first down. Unloads to the right. Passes incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Unfortunate with that incompletion. The quarterback and his intended target not on the same page.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Fires to the wideout.
Damn, that's not a flag.
For the third time today.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position. They don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
Trying to find his man on first down. He'll throw one to his right. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball.
Running toward the tape. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. The passing game continues to be prolific, and as much as Ohio State has been built on toughness, they've been built recently on the efficient passing game.
I mean, so many good quarterbacks, and you know you're going to get great play calling, great offensive design. Ohio State offenses every year after year, the names change, but the production continues to be the same.
Dropping back, it's Howard. Fires to the big fella. Makes a grab, and he's dragged down.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
They're trying to get to it. And couldn't quite find the crevice he needed to pick up the first down.
You don't get very many opportunities to finish the play with a quarterback. A lot of times they're protected so well nowadays, but when he's a ball carrier, it's fair game, and what a great job bringing the wood.
He's got it, and they convert. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. The Buckeyes headed quickly to the line.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is.
And it's slipped out. Bounced right back to them. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Handoff from the gun. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. First and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down. This is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
And right down the middle. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
It's a toast to me.
On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Things have been clicking along nicely, Jesse, but they have to make sure they keep it up.
Yeah, they got to wake up. It seems like they've been a bit lackadaisical here the last few drives, maybe, as we've seen this lead dwindle a little bit, David. So they need a bit of a spark here to get that mojo back.
Yeah, and you always have the adjustments, and then your opponent adjusts, and now they got to readjust now because this game's getting a little bit tighter than they like.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
And he makes the catch inside the 25. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. The Tide with the 1st and 10. Takes the handoff. It's Haynes. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Dropping back, it's Milroe. Steps to his left, out of the pocket. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Alabama 21, Ohio State 13.
Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Motion from the offense. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating with...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Follow the block. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slip.
They fake it, and the kicker's looking to pass. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man.
That keeps the score, Alabama 27, Ohio
About to
State
kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Number 14, set to kick return.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. To throw, it's Howard. Unloads it left. Makes a connection. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Well, they've got a ways to go if they're going to win this game. It's all about getting the drive started. They come away with a positive play to get this thing going. Let's see what they can do now.
Extending the play. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Man, it's nice to have a quarterback that just does that, man. Just effortlessly picks up chunks of yards and then smartly gets out of bounds. But this whole offense, man, everybody's a threat. Anybody can take the football and make big plays. And when you got a quarterback with that much athletic ability, it's an absolute nightmare for defenses.
And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game. But when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. The throw. Catch in the middle. It's Tate. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. The aerial assault continues. And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
That's a play the defense needed, right? It's been a battle all game long. Here we are. It's late. Everybody's tired. They've given up a few yards on this drive, but they come away with a huge sack at a big moment.
A big play for the defense with the first down sack. Now, advantage D as the offense comes up on 2nd down. He's got it. Touchdown, Ohio the comeback is on.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a one-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
He makes his way in for the 2, and now they trail by only 6. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes that Alabama offense. Okay, Jesse, this is a little bit of a tight spot. You'd love to be aggressive enough to get the first down, but you've got to take care of the ball first.
No doubt. I was going to say, ball security is at a premium. You cannot turn the football over at this point. The defense has 3 timeouts left, David, so probably conservative play calling here. You're expecting them to try to run to ice this game.
Conservative, I know they're going to be aggressive, but I also know that one first down ends this football game.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Scanning the field, it's Milroe. Fires to the tight end. Slips a tackle, and he's got room. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide out in motion. The handoff, keep working on that clock. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. At this point, the defense just has to bring the house to try to stop the run and get the ball back, even on 2nd and 13. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged in the middle, it's Bernard. You're not getting him on the ground, still on his feet. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Alabama trying to hold this lead and run out the clock. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Showing off that power as he plows ahead to the 38.
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now if you're the defense, so this has got to be excruciating for them. They know the offense is just going to take their time before they snap the ball.
Alabama pushing the tempo. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. Quarterback adapted.
Oh, fucking left.
Caught over the middle. It's Miller.
Good throw.
Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
Fucking
Already
left.
have the lead. Scoring is always good.
As soon as I thought he was going
to
on.
be your friend. Makes the grab on the left. Touchdown, Bama! A great catch and run for 6.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail meat, coffin, great execution by this offense to put this game away.
He's into the end zone for the 2 and extends the lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. It's a long shot, I know, but you have to keep fighting till the bitter end, Jesse.
But they call it a long shot for a reason, because they've still technically got a shot. I know it's not great, David, but let's see these guys fight at the end.
It's not great, but keep fighting, keep spinning that pill around. Use every second on this clock to try to get this game as close as you can.
He wants a big play here late. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Back to throw, it's Howard. He's going up top here late in the game. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
And now such a tough situation. Late in this game, you're trailing, but now it's 4th and long. Like, it's one thing if it's 4th and short. This makes it even more difficult. You got to have something dialed up you feel really great about.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Played till the final whistle. It falls incomplete, and that's the ball game. You're going to hear guys after this game say, got to work harder, got to be more intense. You know, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets. And it seemed to me that's what happened out there today.
Yeah, it just never really got into a rhythm for this team. There's no doubt they've got a lot of very talented players on both sides of the ball. So, David, I don't think this is a situation where they need to now freak out and try to reinvent things on either side of the football. Just being in better rhythm early and trying to find that in their next game, I think, would go a long way.
Yeah, and it's just finding a couple of those plays. What do I do really, really well? Let's continue to build on that. Let's take away these negative plays. Let's take away these turnovers.
That was a real bad All-American series, Chuck.
Before they run down the hill at Clemson, they touch Howard's rock. Only if they're ready to go, because if they're not, as Frank Howard himself said, keep your stinking hands off my rock. Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina, home to the Tigers. Coaches like to say no game is more important than any other. But when you have a couple of top 10 teams ready to square off, yeah, that one carries a little more weight. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the Clemson Tigers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Clemson will kick off to get us underway. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The offense set for a first down play. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Quick strike complete. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew it, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better.
How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion? And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And it's caught inside the 25. Seizing that open space, an opportunity all the way inside the red zone. They'll mark it at the 19. And the Buckeyes have this offense rolling. Grab near the marker. It's Scott. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. First down for this offense. Looking for a man. It's Klubnik. Twist his way through. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So this can certainly open things up later on.
Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. Clemson has just been prolific at the receiver position. More scheme or more talent? I'd argue it's both, David.
Yeah, I argue more talent over the years, just dudes on the outside that win. And you know what? I think Clemson, as much as anybody in the country, has always featured those guys. And you want to play one-on-one with those guys, or you want to give them a cushion, like they'll throw it right now. And they've always believed in those guys out wide. And you know what? They usually come through for them.
Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now second down. The Tigers get enough to move the chains.
Really nice run there. This guy's so exciting to watch when he's out in the open field. Kind of reminds me of old Clemson greats like C.J. Spiller and Travis Etienne. When they got into the second level, you just held your breath because you thought there was a chance they could break it off for a touchdown. This guy has that same dynamic playmaking ability.
Hines is tight end. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Comes out throwing on first down. Keeps looking downfield. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Well, man, this quarterback is fast, and you saw that on his ability to scramble around, but he wasn't fast enough to outrun that hit, and it was the hit that caused the incompletion.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Williams. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Excellent throw by the quarterback. Found the window between the zones and then delivered the ball on time.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking to move it through the air. Trying to escape and get it himself. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Ohio State 7, Clemson 0.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Looking to throw, it's Klubnik. Looking to scramble. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble but couldn't create anything there.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
trying to get to him. Quarterback now breaking the field. And they're able to get him down, but not before he gets to the 2.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down, get some positive yards.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers! You want to keep your offense on the field, wear down the defense, put that tape on and show it in a clinic. That's the way it's done.
And as a defense, man, there's nothing more demoralizing. You can handle it when you give up 3, but to give up the touchdown at the end of a long drive, you're already exhausted. You've already been pumped the whole way down the field. Man, that's frustrating.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Turns it on in midfield. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Back to pass, it's Howard. Got his man. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Tate.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Looking to throw it again. Grab near the marker. It's Ibuka. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
PAT unit on the field. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop of the 19. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in there. And the quarterback caught up two and sacked at the 12.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Catch in the middle, it's Moore. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Man, that quarterback knew that was a tiny window to throw into, and he just showed off his cannon of an arm.
Unloads to the wideout. Hauls it in. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. That big explosive play carries them into plus territory. They'll snap it 1st and 10 from just across the 50. And it's intercepted. A turnover from the defense. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
If you don't have good vision, you're not going to be a middle-of-the-field safety. You got a lot of ground to cover from hash to hash. You better be able to see the quarterback. You better be able to see routes and break on the football.
And it's picked off. Looking for more room. He's at the 40. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, the defense comes away with the pick there with their nickel personnel. I think moving forward, if you're on offense, when you see that personnel on the field, you want to run the ball against it because you got smaller guys out there. Or if you're going to throw, think about quick screens outside when you have tight ends.
Lets it fly deep downfield.
Oh, great catch. What the fuck?
Just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first
Oh
down.
my
We got a
God.
timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Wants to throw. It's Klubnik.
Yes,
Pass
sir.
is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, Ohio State 14, Clemson 7.
The Buckeyes will kick it away to start the second half.
Set to kick off.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
Not able to hook up there, incomplete. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Finds space on the right. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
I like the offensive idea here to try to change the launch point of the QB, but you got to do a better job protecting him because guys can't complete passes when they're getting hit.
2nd and 10 after the previous play. Moving out of the pocket. Got him downfield. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. This has been a staple of the offense at Clemson. Get those big receivers, let them make plays downfield, and it's been very effective over the years.
Yeah, and good quarterback play obviously helps, but when you got good matchups on the outside, it kind of makes the defense very predictable. You're like, I got to give help. Okay, it helps my running game. You don't give help. Okay, I'm throwing to my freak out wide. So I think these guys on the outside with all that speed definitely are a problem for defenses.
Sixth play of the drive coming up. To the air, it's Klubnik. Steps away to find some room. And he'll be run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Not a very productive play there.
You got to keep chasing and keep defending. When you got scrambling QBs, they get outside the pocket. You got to keep defending down the field and keep coverage on the wide receivers. And good job with pursuit drill, running them down, making them run out of bounds, and that counts in the record books for a sack. Give me one of those, please.
There go that crossover.
Got it in the middle. It's Williams. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
That's your 10th crossover.
Well, this offense is giving a lesson right now on how to fight through adversity, because first and second down was ugly, but they come up with that huge completion to now set up a manageable fourth down opportunity to keep this drive alive.
Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down. There was never a doubt about going for it there. If you don't go for it, you send the message to your team you don't believe in it.
Yeah, I mean, that close, literally, you're talking about falling forward. I can't fall forward and get inches. Oh, man, I'm taking my chances with that.
Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And you just got to wonder if the pass rush affected the QB's accuracy on that throw. He had his guy wide open in the end zone, but he had to throw it a split second faster than he wanted to, and the ball got away from him.
Line getting set on second down. He's looking to throw. Dumps it to the back. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and third down is coming.
Yeah, and you use these running backs so much in the passing game now, and you expect him to make those plays for you, to make those big explosive plays out of the backfield. Just got to make sure he concentrates and see that ball come in.
Getting some heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Into the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Tiger.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
Makes a man miss. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. They'll try to move the chains on third and short from the 27. Trying to pick it up on the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about, I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
And the offense will stay on the field. Do you think they're just going to try to make the defense jump? On fourth down, trying to keep the drive alive with the run. And the Buckeyes are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks.
For the offense. That's the end of the third quarter. And after 3, we are all tied up.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Here's the handoff. Sliding off the defender. Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Looking for space, it's Henderson. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Running back searching for a hole. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carry.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. Looking to throw for it. Using the quick game. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
This running back is a weapon. Not only is he going to hurt you in the run game, but they're going to throw it to him, and they're going to throw it to him on first down, second down, and third down, as you saw right there.
The Buckeyes will have it 1st and 10. Feeling some heat. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. Running back goes in motion. Looking to throw, it's Howard. They're bringing heat. He'll pull it down. On the move at the 30. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Using his legs, it's Judkins. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
And into the end zone. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. And as time is dwindling away in this one, the offense is set up. 1st and goal, a great opportunity to get the go-ahead score. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
It's now 2nd and goal.
Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Quick timeout by this defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. A touchdown here on 3rd and goal really ratchets up the game pressure. Pushes ahead. That just never had a chance as they control the middle of the field and stopped him
got
in the
no time
backfield on
left.
third
No
down.
time left. It
So
hurts.
here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world.
It hurts. So you'll learn how to win. You play at the highest level. You play at the highest level, bro.
It is perfect.
This is how they
They're
win at the
celebrating
highest
on the sideline after taking the lead, but still time on the clock. Took the lead with that late clutch field goal, and now to see if they can get a stop and keep them from tying the game in the closing seconds. He's trying to get them set quickly. They have to get the ball into field goal range. To the air on first down. Coming out.
Gotcha.
Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are. You're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now through the play
Fortunately, he has
call.
no time
Certainly
left.
through the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end. You need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
And you can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand in order to get the W.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of...
Gay ass. get back to it. I just need a little something to eat. Before we pep him, good job every time. Damian Lillard. 3. A couple. Damian Lillard. 3. Couple.
Welcome to the Old Horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy, home of the Ohio State Buckeyes and one of the great settings in all of college football. With the scarlet and gray already rocking this house. This isn't your run-of-the-mill matchup. You get a couple of powerhouses, both ranked in the top 10, and statements can be made in this one. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the 4th-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Buckeyes will boot it away to start the game. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be knocked down. First down here for the offense. They go to the ground. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Dropping back, it's Ewers. He lobs one high down the left side. Makes the grab inside the 30. He's off to the races. Touchdown, Longhorns! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
I don't know how many people expected this to happen, playing on the road in this environment against a better opponent, but they showed tremendous poise. On the opening drive, nice execution. They scored the touchdown. That was big time.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside the 15, here comes the return. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space. Great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you could see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. Plays like that can just shoot energy through your team. The kickoff return for 89 yards and the score. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. He'll start the return inside his 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Line gets set, first down. Leaves it with the running back. Solid gain to get him out close to the 20. Pick up a 5 to the 19.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, give on the inside. Tackled, but he has a first down. The Longhorns are in the hurry-up. Back to throw, it's Ewers. Looking to the big tight end. He's got an open man. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Looking left. Got his man downfield. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. And the Longhorns with the 1st and 10. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Pressure coming. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure gets to him, and the hit forced the incomplete.
They come to the line with a minute to play in the opening quarter. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
They'll try the run. The Longhorns will try to pick it up on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's got it on the move. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
No, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the 3s. We need 6s.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. 2nd and goal for the offense. To the air, it's Ewers. Looking to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Texas!
And this offense right now, they're doing some damage through the air. That's now their 2nd passing touchdown. They thought coming into this game they were going to have some matchups on the perimeter of the field that they could take advantage of, and they've done that so far here today.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. An 84-yard drive there. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Can they catch him? He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
And he's in for the 2nd score of the game. My goodness. Note to self. Kickoff team. Don't kick it to him anymore. Squib it. Kick it to the other guy. Just don't let that guy touch it again.
Lining up for the PAT. And it's perfect. What a lift that can give your team. Take a kickoff back 88 to the house. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. fires to the wideout. It's caught downfield. They make the stop, and that's how the first quarter will end. First down to start the drive after the break. To the air, it's Ewers. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Oh, picked off. Taking it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
It's so easy to be up here in the booth and say, you should have put more zip on that. Sometimes you got to use the lob wedge. That time, you probably should have used the drive.
Here comes the offense on first down.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. To the 10. All kinds of running room. Touchdown, Ohio State. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Using his feet to buy time. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Here comes the offense on second down. Looking for a man. It's Ewers. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted.
Thank God he quit, y'all. That shit was annoying the fuck out of me.
Welcome to Hard Rock Stadium. The smoke machine is rolling, and the Miami Hurricanes making their customary grand entrance onto the field. This is not your run-of-the-mill regular season game. Instead, it is a top 10 clash. One team hoping to make a giant statement. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis. David Paul again, Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Buckeyes will kick it away to start us off. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Offense getting set for first down. To the ground with the back. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. They'll run it from the gun. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down. Just moving those chains the way Frank Gore did back in the day.
Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Edgerrin James, so many elite backs in Miami history. Finding that guy that you can give the ball to that's reliable, important part of the Canes tradition.
He's got his man. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down. The Canes in the hurry-up.
Yeah, and I tell you what, when you stick these fast suckers in the slot, they don't have to be big. But you get those guys that are so quick in the slot, they can get great matchups, and I can get the ball.
Afterburners coming. At the 20. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. The huge explosive play put him right on the doorstep, and now they've got to punch it in. Trying to barge their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Canes. Getting set for the point after. And the PAT makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. First down here for the offense. Pulls it, fired complete. At the 35, he's loose. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Really nice throw there to get the first down. And, you know, when you think about Ohio State quarterback play, especially here recently, it all comes down to efficiency. You have to make good decisions. You got to read the defense, and you got to be accurate. When you think of guys like Justin Fields, C.J. Stroud, guys who went in the first round, that's what they did. And this guy right here, I think he has the ability to be a first-rounder in the future.
The incompletion on first down leaves him with 2nd and 10 from the 43. That's caught. It's Smith. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Unleashes one deep. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. Trying to take it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Sometimes the quarterback puts that zip on it, and you can hear it. And sometimes he uses the lob wedge where it takes a little time to get there. That time, he used the lob wedge, and the defender came in and made the interception. Big play for this defense here.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking downfield, it's Ward. Forced out of the pocket. He'll pull it down and run. Still running at the 40. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
Moving, keeping the eyes downfield.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off, get what I can get.
Martinez on the carry. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. And the Hurricanes will hustle to the line. Shotgun snap. Wants to throw it on third. Fires to the wideout. And the ball is picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Really nice job there by the defense, because I think they've baited the QB into trying to fit that one in over the middle of the field. Remember, it's a big zone coverage. They've all got their eyes on him back there in the pocket, and they just let him feel like, maybe I can fit this football in. Not so fast. They come away with the pick.
And they'll move the chains, and a good way to wrap up the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Miami 7, Ohio State.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He's looking to throw it. Got his man quickly.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Powers through. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
Man, he looks like he's in a rhythm on this drive, right? 3 for 3. He's going where he needs to go with the football. The defense doesn't have any answers for him. Find the offensive coordinator. I'm letting this guy keep chucking it down here close to the goal line.
That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to throw, it's Howard. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Knocked off his feet. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. On 4th and goal, no thought of the field goal. They'll go for the touchdown. They'll run it. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes. They'll try to tack one more on their score. Right down the boulevard. So they move the ball 43 yards on that drive. And they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Looking to the big tight end. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
And I tell you what, I know it's little when these QBs miss and the ball's not right to them, but man, it makes such a difference with yards after the catch. And in this case, even catching the football, it was just a little bit off, and it just made it a little bit difficult for his wide receiver to try to make the catch.
And he is not going to get there as the defense gets him on the ground. 4th down, and the clock keeps dwindling away, and they'll try to get the snap off quickly. Dances away to buy time. He'll try to do it himself. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big hiccup and a first down for this offense. From the gun, the running back looking for room.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
Finds the tight end. Still on his feet at the 45. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The Hurricanes want to move quickly. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Grabbed in the middle. It's Arroyo. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. The hurry up now. 2nd down. Clock ticking. They'll give it to the back. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. Off the play fake. Gets rid of it. Picked off. Got some room to run. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. In modern college football, Jesse, if there's time, there's an opportunity to attack.
And I like them being aggressive here too, guys. Look, they practiced this all week long. Now you're in that situation to go out there, have some fun, and let it fly.
And defenses are taught to stay deep, play prevent in these situations. So I think you could get a good chunk play and then possibly get a field goal to tack on before the half.
Just gets rid of it before the heat. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. They're facing a 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Howard. Pocket starts to collapse. Got his man on the outside. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. They allowed the completion, but this defense was swarming to keep them away from that first down line.
Yeah, and you allow completions in those 3rd down situations underneath the sticks, and you come up and rally, and everybody flies to the football. That's great execution by this defense.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up the big return. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. They'll throw it on first down. Sends it downfield. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. And the Canes will kick it off to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. but then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Pulls it and fires to the left. They get him down after he makes the catch.
And listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6. They've already converted a 4th down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Catch in the middle. It's Smith. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanking the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. And the Canes come to the line in the hurry-up. To the air, it's Ward. Buys a little extra time. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
The give to the back. And they did not let him get to that 1st down line. It'll bring up a call here. Perhaps emboldened by converting a 4th down earlier in the game, they'll try a 2nd time. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. That's it, 5. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Well, he was rolling to his right, and because of that, I don't know if it affected the timing between him and his wide receiver. They just weren't on the same page on that one as the defense comes away with the INT.
They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get 2 bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Using his legs, it's Henderson. At the 40, there he goes. Can anyone catch him? Touchdown, Ohio State. And that one will give him the lead. What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot. That he makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is true, and they're on top.
The only thing I care about is Damian Lillard getting voided because he's hurt and tore his Achilles. FanDuel needs to void Damian Lillard.
The kickoff team takes the field.
Because if FanDuel doesn't void Damian Lillard, I just might lose my shit.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad.
And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. The Canes want to crank the tempo.
You know, David, I love defenses that stay aggressive, especially at this point of the field. They've got pass rushers on this unit with speed and that are aggressive and that can win one-on-one, and you saw it right there.
And there's two thought processes when I'm a defense and I got them backed up is I am stopping the run, not allowing them to have any space, but also understanding this is also a shot part of the field. Like, it's going to be a run, or a lot of times that ball is going to be a deep ball thrown down the sideline because you'll get man-to-man. Nice job by the defense applying pressure, getting the sack, now putting them in a bad situation backed up close to their own end zone.
It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on 4th down. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Looking downfield, it's Howard. We've reached the 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. Offense gets set for 2nd down. The give as they work on that clock. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Yeah, and I'm not surprised. I mean, you put the ball in your best player's hands. Like, late in the game, you've got to trust your guy. I'm interested to see what they do here on 3rd down coming up. Let's call it 3rd and interesting, right? Top clock ticking down. Do I trust my QB to throw the football? I got the lead. I want that clock to continue to roll.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. It's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing it. Good decision by the head coach here in the 4th quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
He wants to throw. He's taking a deep shot. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
You know, I feel for this offense, if they're going to get back in the game, I don't know if they're going to be able to do it with chunk plays. They're going to have to be methodical and generate some first downs and march down the field.
Looking to pass, it's Ward. Here's a throw downfield late. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. They want to just keep throwing it. Grab near the sticks. It's Martinez. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricane. A huge score there to give them a chance, but now the moment that might decide the game, you know the onside kick's coming.
I was going to say, big decision coming up here now for the head coach. Are you thinking onside kick? You got to take...
Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. Just over a minute to play. They're lining up for an onside kick to try to pull off this rally. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense lining up for a first down play. The give to the tailback. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Calling a timeout here, you have to avoid making a mistake in this situation. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Now facing a 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Howard. Quickly to the tight end. Timeout called by the defense, 27 seconds to go.
And after that completion, it's decision time now for the head coach. Do you kick a field goal, add to your lead, and make it more difficult on the opposing offense, or do you trust your quarterback to make one more big completion here and ice the game? That is no good. After the miss, the lead is still 4. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. And they're going to have to fight this defense, and they're also up against it with time, Jesse. Yeah, no doubt, Reese. And this quarterback now, he's going to have to... He lets it fly. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. Few places are richer in tradition, more steeped in nostalgia than this old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy, the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes. And the scarlet and gray have this place rocking already. Both teams have been building toward this one for a while, and it is here. A top 5 clash between two powers. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the 4th-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Buckeyes will kick it off to get us underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Offense set on 1st down. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mid. They put one mid on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
They get him on the ground, didn't see anything downfield, but made a little something out of it.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield, nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
3rd and 6, and they'll need a big play here on this opening drive. Dropping back, it's Ward. Working the middle, it's complete. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on third down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And the Hurricanes will have a 1st down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that 1st down.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Leaves it with the back. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense when you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
They're trying to get to it. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. And Ohio State makes a ton of highlights with the big pass plays, but this defense has turned in its share over the years, too.
So many guys that we could go back. The Bosa brothers, Chase Young, just recently, the guys that they put their hand in the dirt and they go make things happen, get after quarterbacks like you see right here.
And the pass is intercepted. Bringing it back. Inside the 30. The 10. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Buckeyes. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Able to run it out to the 28 on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 7. Dropping back, it's Ward. Throws for the tight end. Complete to the left. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. They've crossed midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Ohio State 7, Miami 0.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Throws to the tight end. Wide open downfield. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
The Hurricanes getting set on 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a man. Dances away from the pressure, going to his left. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Let's see if they can put the defense on its heels on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Quarterback keeper. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Miami! He is such a dangerous weapon as a runner. It's almost as if it makes the defense tentative because they know the slightest of errors, and he's to the house.
No doubt about it. This is a guy that's going to hurt defenses throwing the football and running the ball as well. It stresses your defense in so many different ways. So this defensive coordinator now has got to find new ways to try and slow him down, contain him. You just got to get the ball out of his hands because when he's got it, man, he can kill you.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They'll leave it with him. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. Just when you think you have this offense pinned down, they come up with a play like that. Now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 35. Trying to get to him. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
Throws to the wideout. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Caught near the sticks. It's Ibuka. And the Buckeyes are stopped, but not before getting the 1st down. This drive's been productive so far. Already picked up a couple of 1st downs, now out close to midfield. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield, pick up 10 and the 1st down. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the 1st down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient most of the time, that drag route's going to come open.
Fires on the move. Got his man on the right. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. So after the huge chunk play, they've got it 1st and goal from the 10. Looking to move it through the air. Here he goes breaking the pocket. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. To throw, it's Howard. Quickly complete. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He caught it. And he was dying to push his way in there, but he's knocked down at the 3.
Deep to shallow. That's why I have to understand that as a defensive guy. You take away those passes beyond the sticks, and then I react to those quick throws they have to the running back. It's my athlete versus yours. The defense won that battle.
The defense going to stop the clock with the timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The Buckeyes will go for it here on 4th down.
Here we go.
He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Scanning the field, it's Ward. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He's got it. He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. In their own territory, no problem. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. He'll keep it on the sneak. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Shoots it to the left. Got his man. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
Real smart play. Great job. Get the positive yards, and then get your booty out of bounds.
And with just a few seconds remaining here in the 1st half, they'll try to kick a field goal. 57 yards out, and he powers it through the uprights.
Ohio State 14, Miami 10.
Got things teed up and just about ready to go here in the 2nd half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They start this 3rd quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the screen.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
All right, this offense needs to come up with a solution for this defensive end, because he is a problem. They have got to find a way to help out the offensive tackle to prevent this guy from getting to the quarterback.
So they'll try to make up some of that ground on 2nd down from the 16. Back to throw, it's Howard. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. You always want to give your big-time players a chance. That might have been too much of a chance to give right there.
And I know I'll give you a chance when it's one-on-one, but not two-on-one. You got to see that, got to understand that they're trying to take away this guy. There's a reason they're trying to take him away. what else can I do now to take advantage of that defense?
Well, when you're throwing these comeback routes, man, the timing has got to be so good between the two of them because you know the ball is going to be in the air a long time. You can't throw it late. It's going to get picked. That time, really nice job getting it out early, and the receiver doing a nice job on his route so that the ball was right on him as soon as he turned away.
And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down. The Buckeyes want to pick up the tempo. To the ground, he's got it again. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Quarterback extends the play. Snagged in the middle. It's Ibuka. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. And they gave him no chance to get loose, and they force a 4th down. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. A couple of yards short of the first down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on 4th. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Hit as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They were ready for the pass, and you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play, and now their offense is coming on the field.
They'll run it. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
See, they need more runs like that. It's been so few and far between. Defensively, they've been in position. They've been winning their one-on-one battles, getting off of blocks and rallying to the ball carrier. This defense has done a nice job slowing down the run game thus far.
He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
Fast motion from the offense. From the gun, the running back has it. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's Ward. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
And that's a really nice route by the wide receiver. Just understanding I got to win right now. I got to get inside of that guy. And I know I'm going to get contact. You run over the middle of the field on a slant, you're going to get hit. Nice job securing the catch, making the play.
Getting some heat. Wiggles free. Fires into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Man, these windows get tighter down here in the red zone, and those catches are a little bit more contested, more people near you, and it gets a little bit more difficult. But you need your players to step up for your QB and make big plays. I think he's going to look back and say, I should have made that play.
He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
This defense will bring pressure from the linebacker level, from the cornerback level, free safety level, and the strong safety level. They're bringing it from all over the field.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And the ball is intercepted. And what a way to end the quarter for this defense, forcing the big turnover.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Ohio State 14, Miami 10.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. He's going to pass. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Well, what a play by the defense there. Trailing here in the fourth quarter by one possession. Able to steal it away now and put their offense in position to at least go tie this game.
So now the opportunity to take the lead with a first and goal here. Pushes toward the goal line. Touchdown, Canes! They've got the lead here in the fourth.
Man, I love this offense being able to run the football late in the game when it matters and punch it in for the touchdown and, more importantly, take the lead.
And he puts it down the middle, and the lead is 3 here in the final period. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
Looking to throw, it's Howard. Quickly complete.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get two bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
And the pass hits, picked off. He'll try to take it back. After making the interception, he sets up his offense by running it back to the 39.
How do you not get excited and out of your seat when you see the big boys making the little boys play? Listen, I know you DBs can do all that running around stuff and catch the football. I can too. I just do it in a sexier, bigger body. Yes, please.
Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
Man, this offense would really like to lean on this guy in the fourth quarter, right? They've got the lead, and you just saw his ability there, breaking a tackle. He looks like he's getting stronger as the game goes on. I'd expect him to get a few more carries here before this game's over.
They'll go to the ground. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Wouldn't be surprised to see them go right back to the run on 2nd down and maybe put this thing away. Power football with the run. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricanes. And they take it in for 6 more points.
You know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
14.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They're starting to feel a little desperation here, David. They just can't press yet.
It's go time. We got to put some...
He hurls one deep down the left side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Back to pass, it's Howard. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football. With the lead late in the game, if we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds, cannot get tackled out of bounds. Really, really nice job.
A run up the middle is stuck for no gain.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
You know, there's no real reason to panic, but if you think about it, when does panicking ever really help? But certainly this was a bitterly disappointing outcome.
And you can look at a lot of different statistics, and I know we tend to overcomplicate college football these days, but guys, at the end of the day, it comes down to 2 very simple things. You can't turn the ball over, and you can't have penalties. You do those things, David, and it'll beat you every time.
That's the difference between winning and losing. It's the small things, but find those things that you need to improve on, keep working on them, keep developing. Those things you do well, let's do those. Let's do more of those things more consistent.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.